Alright, please welcome to the stage. He has a one-man show called Asian Gracefully. Please welcome Woody Fu!
Thank you, Nicole Westmalley!
No problem.
Just so everyone knows, there's a really interesting long read about the Sackler family that was in New Yorker this year. It's like, it really gets into everything they do. It's fascinating. I read it earlier. So thank you. My name is Woody Fu. As you can tell, I'm also a strapping young Italian man. My name is Woody, but my legal name is Meng Sing. It's Chinese. It translates as literally as to awaken from a dream. So I am literally woke. Yes, that's right. It's a good time to be me. And unfortunately, my nickname is Woody, and that means boner. So I'm going to talk about my Chinese parents. My parents are Chinese immigrants. And if you happen to have a parent who is an immigrant from a third world country, chances are they are a hoarder. My dad is a full-on 100% hoarder. If you were a Lord of the Rings character, he would be Gollum. 100%. Meanwhile, my mom, on the other hand, she is brutally practical, and she is relentlessly high status. If she were a Lord of the Rings character, she would be Saruman. Which means if I was a Lord of the Rings character, I would be the son of Gollum and Saruman. So I'm going to tell you guys a story about my dad that kind of illustrates his hoarderness. So a couple years ago, I was DJing a wedding in Los Angeles for my friend Ari. At this wedding is another couple, Ben and his fiance. So I DJ, can I get a sound effect for a DJ? I'm up there doing this, or just something. Yeah. Congratulations, Ari and Carol! So that happened. And cut to a couple months later, I go home to visit my parents in Scarsdale, and I open up the trunk of my family car. And there in the trunk is a full-color poster of Ben and his fiancée from Ari's wedding in Los Angeles. So this is unusual. It's like if you went to your dad's room and he had a framed poster of your bodega guy. It's just like, what's going on here? So I go to my dad and I'm like, all right, I know you were not at this wedding. I know you don't know Ben, and I know you don't know Ari. I know you were not in Los Angeles. So what the fuck? Why do you have this? My dad is extremely cagey. He's just kind of like, That's his response. So I call Ari and I'm like, all right. Through a conversation with him, I backwards engineered the timeline. I'm like Mindhunter. So what happened was, Ari, at this wedding, took a picture of Ben and his fiancée, and then took that picture to the Kinko's on Central Avenue, because he also lives in Scarsdale, to get it printed up into a huge poster to give as a gift to Ben for his wedding, okay? And I'm like, oh, interesting. But then what happened was, the Kinko's kind of fucked up the printing, the color wasn't enough or whatever, and Ari was like, can you take some money off of it, because the job is not great? And they're like, no, we're not. And Ari's like, well, I'm not going to buy it. And they're like, okay, fine. So they put it in the dumpster. Which means that my dad drives around at night by himself on the Central Avenue in Scarsdale and goes to the dumpster behind Kinko's, roots through the trash, and steals shit. So, I went home recently. I went into my dad's study in the attic. This is like the most concentrated point. It is like ground zero for his hoarderness. And without going through anything, I just took out my camera and just started filming some of the stuff that I found there. So now I will present to you, I put it all on YouTube, I will now present to you the entire season 1 of my web series, Shit My Hoarder Dad Has. Alright, lovely. We have a Christian Dior Dolce Vita perfume box. What's inside? Not perfume box, but written in my dad's own hand, post office. We have a sealable plastic bag with a second sealable plastic bag, inside of which is seeds? Coffee beans? Unclear. Ah, lovely. A plastic box. What wonders will this hold? A 16 gigabyte card, a 32 gigabyte card, a 2 gigabyte card, and Pluto! Ah, Pandora's box, held together by tape. We have 8 jade rings, count them, 8, lucky number 8. We have a Playmobil night helmet, unexplained. We have a many-armed Buddha necklace, taped in place, never worn. A gold tinsel string, very festive. Mechanical lead. A 3D rose keychain cracked, not unlike Beauty and the Beast. We have Jade necklace and Voldemort's Horcrux ring! Holy shit, we found it! Fuck! Here's a 3-tier container. Oh boy. At the top, tier 1, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, count 6 memory cards and a floss stick. Tier 2, we have 4 camera batteries. I'm pretty sure they're all dead. Tier 3, we have a cartoon clock, a foam wafer, a braided wire bracelet, I think, an empty Scotch tape tin, a camera strap tied in a Gordian knot, and a wristband for collegianshop.com, which I went to, and it's spam! It is spam! Okay, this is fucking a stick? Square? Rectangle? Alright, here we go, a travel kit with 1.5 chopsticks. Lovely, an erasable highlighter with a foam ring and what looks like a plastic tie with tiny rubber rings. Okay? And now I have to reassemble the original weird sombreros that my dad does not notice. Ooh, a faux wooden case held together with string, inside of which is 3 bamboo things! Ooh, a box of Dutch biscuits. But it's not biscuits in there, it's assorted Chinese rubber stamps that have been meticulously Tetrised inside. Including this cool one, which is a tiny, portable, secret agent stamp, which honestly I am very impressed by. Ooh, a Pandora's tray of stuff, good lord. Including this, a weird metal hook thing, a plastic spoon with a stick hidden in the handle, a nail file, great, an emery board. We have a Rapidograph technical pen, that's probably mine, a business card, and a Panera card, clearly unused, 2 toothpicks, I don't know if they're used or not, plastic wrap tie, and the tray itself, this is pretty cool. You can take the tray and assemble it to become 3 trays. You may ask yourself, how do I know this? Well, I feel that because I bought this for my dad. I'm an enabler. This is a mystery Vietnamese liquid. No fucking idea what that is. This is a trilobite? A prehistoric mushroom? Honestly, my best guess, it is what my dad would call an interesting leaf. And the filming backdrop this whole time has been a giant laminated sheet which details a FedEx's flat rate shipping costs. What a twist! What a surprising twist to the end of season 1 of Shit My Hoarder Dad Has.